do.
So
Let's go.
yeah, let's
Ready?
go. Yep.
All right, Rev, you can count us down.
All right, so
Then we got the comms from there.
Yep.
Hell
3,
yeah.
2, 1, get it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Team Moves Revenge X, 90 star. Needs no introduction. Best Kaizo. It's not
Best
true.
Kaizo, yeah.
I don't even think that.
Yeah, this game was pretty much came out in 2020 and was pretty much the innovator in this genre of like gimmicky Kaizo that is now extremely popular, especially in the West.
New strat, what I did there is like you dive on the switch and then let's grab the other switch so you hit both at the same time. So when you save one of them, then it'll save both. And then you can just reset the game, and that's actually faster than doing the movement back.
Yep.
The sync.
It's pretty nasty movement. Here's a
pretty cool.
strat that CB
Just
told me
go.
about. Be a safer way to enter C2.
So yeah, last time I did this with SRM, I got a 210 in that, and now record's a 145. So
Yeah, 210 now is like would be like we would have to melt down to get a 210.
trash.
Yeah.
And, funny enough, I had more deaths in my 145 than I did in my 210. So
That's Jesus, man.
yeah.
How shit were your
Yeah.
210 deaths?
No,
It's worth
they're
noting that
pretty bad.
the death
Actually,
world
my
record
MMR
in this game is a 13 death run, which is 157, which is 12 minutes behind the world record now.
Yeah, I was actually thinking my 157 when I said I'm 13 deaths. Anyways, yeah, that still makes sense in this game. Like sometimes you'll,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just weird.
First try momentum star.
Same. Huge. Yeah,
Let's-
so if we get a deathless course 2,
Course
then
1.
we're insane.
Yeah. This
from-
game
no.
is very, very difficult to speedrun because it's just kind of chock full with these stages that have a lot of tricky jumps, a lot of weird jumps, a lot of gimmicky jumps, and a lot of run killers.
Yeah, lots and lots of run killers. Overworld 1 is the gauntlet. Overworld 1 is the hardest part of the run by a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of resetting done. We will say that. So hopefully we can get like a somewhat decent one, not too many deaths.
Yeah. The big goal is just like if you can get out of B1 with like 5 deaths or less, that's really solid for a marathon. But that's extremely unlikely because of just how difficult these stages get, especially course 4.
Yeah, course 4, you will see that.
It's worth noting that me and Andrew do have some routing differences. He will be doing some different stars later in the run.
Yeah, it's not really noteworthy until around like course 10 or something.
Yep, I will be collecting some extra stars in C4 though, however, to make up for it.
Or actually, it applies in course 4 because I recently removed the star in course 4.
Yep.
So yeah.
In theory, it's
Should be
optimal to only get 5, but I think you're going to be getting 6.
In course 4?
Yeah.
Or course 4, I get 5, and then I get 6 in course 12.
Alright.
Oh, no, I get 6 in course. I get 6 instead of 7. Wait, yeah, I think so. Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, there's a very notable
You'll
gauntlet.
see.
Yeah.
You'll see the rally.
There's a very notable gauntlet in the middle of this run. There's a stretch of pretty much 5 stages, all of which can kill your run. They're extremely
Yeah.
scary, so we'll be
Really?
pointing that out when we get to it. But I think this game is just really interesting in general because it just has so much. It's a Kaizo hack that manages to still have a difficult run while not being like brutally difficult, which means that it's
Yeah.
just a little bit optimized, which means that there's just that little bit of free way to do like some cool movement in some places, and also pause buffer.
First death.
Oh, shame.
Darn.
I played it safe with pause buffering on the Arch Star.
Elbows are
Yeah.
buffers. No.
Yeah, I pause buffered, he died, so it's like we're both losers.
Damn.
It's pretty true. We are in fact bozos, as they say.
Yeah.
That is a shit angle. But yeah. So we ran this at Fan Game Marathon, and that went pretty well, even if Andrew got absolutely
It went
destroyed.
pretty well.
Copium. Andrew got pretty destroyed, but
I got beaten up. It was bad.
at the very
Dude, I
least...
died twice in the Arch Star. That's pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Never die in this.
Okay.
Andrew's meltdowning. He's meltdowning.
Alright, that was quick.
Alright, it's okay. I'll die twice in Evo to compensate.
Andrew, meltdown, panic basket, panic attack.
We're probably
The
talking
Andrew
a
curse
little...
is returned.
We're probably talking a little bit less about the game than FM because we're assuming you guys know about this hack. But in case you don't know, this hack is notable for not having any red or 100 coin stars, which means that star 7 is just in a box like this.
Except for Bowser stages, Copium.
Bowser stages do have red coin stars, but those don't count. And I forgot to split. God damn it.
Okay, thank you, Jesus. I usually do like fast strat for that.
If I didn't split late, that would have been sub 5 C2 to start the run, by the way.
I do have to come back with a pause buffering. It's okay. A minor blunder in what is otherwise a flawless speedrun.
That's true.
2 minor blunders, if you will.
Even the Mona Lisa had some imperfections.
True?
I have like 10 jokes prepared to finish that, but none of them are marathons appropriate. So we'll just leave that at that, and we'll stop talking.
Think of one marathon appropriate.
we'll just stop there.
All right, we're fine. Everything's fine. So Blue's doing UO right now, right there. Shoots to the clip.
Yep.
You can clip there because this game's good and fair and fun and good.
That is not the only time we will clip through a slope with a dive like that.
True.
Spoilers. And that is a
mountain clip from vanilla shit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's like different tactics though, yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know how TTM mountain clip works because vanilla's ass.
Yeah. So if you don't know, like pretty much every game at this era, it's like if anything's a slope, it just has like way worse collision.
Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine.
So yeah, it's important to note that like when you see like how like this our like PBs are only like 10 minutes or something off our sum of best, you might think, oh, this is a decently optimized category, but this is still a category where one death can lose you 4 entire minutes depending on where it is. So
yeah,
this is like nothing to sleep on. It's genuinely, there's a reason why the estimate is 205. It's like, and even then that's a bit of a scary estimate because it's very easy to go over that if you're not careful enough. I unfortunately missed a star grab. Maybe Andrew will get it because he's better at it than me, but if you're really good there, you can hit the very lip of that platform and avoid having to do a long X-cam fall. Anyways, now I'm going to do a cheater clip. This game has a lot of cheeses. It's actually not very anti-cheese, and thankfully none of the updates like patch any cheese.
Yeah, because Blaze based,
Yeah.
like Brute, not based.
Well, to be fair,
unbased Brute it was when I was doing hardcore and I realized they patched key 1 skip from SR5.
Madging.
That was huge.
So yeah, this bomb clip is pretty difficult because it requires a frame perfect bomb. And I got it first try.
It doesn't require a frame perfect bomb, you can still do it with a medium bomb, but it's like way easier with
Yeah.
a big one.
I don't think, can you make it with a medium bomb with the faster bomb?
Yeah? No, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, that's actually an improvement over what I did at Fan Game Marathon. In Fan Game Marathon, I used the further bomb, which is closer to that, but if you get a big bomb there, you can reach it with the closer bomb to like the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much a lot of these stars have gimmicks, but you're not. Some of them are going to be skipped, but a lot of them are going to be done.
Yeah. A lot of the super cool stars are like also some of the harder ones, so those will be like getting skipped, unfortunately. But like,
Yeah.
there's still a lot of really cool ideas that.
Yeah,
will be
and
shown.
often like if it is like a kind of, there is just like interesting movement to supplement some of the.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't even go for the strat. Oh, that's fine.
yeah. So the star's gimmick is that this like factory attic or whatever is for some reason laced in quicksand that's invisible somehow. So
Yeah.
you gotta just
So you have
follow
to
the
follow
lights.
the little lights.
Yeah, follow them very strictly because if you go like 2 inches off the path, you die.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Okay, that's a false UO gold because I split late on C2.
That's fair. Catching up, Koken. Bombs this bomb. Yeah.
I'm feeling like that guy who spliced at GDQ right now.
True.
The
When you miss
on that
I know
man.
I was gonna miss. That is actually a huge Giga Chad move.
It is a Giga Chad move. Carl
just
made a video.
legitimately splicing a run and not admitting, and to prove a point, and then just admitting it much later after the thing's already been done.
Actual Giga Chad. But like not really. Like, it's kind of fucked up.
More like a Giga Sag.
Giga Sag, bro.
Giga Cope.
It is a Giga Cope.
So this is a pretty long path I'm doing in C5. It'd be a shame if they put a really difficult jump at the end of it.
Everything's fine. Don't mind me.
The C5 is
Check
a
it, grabs me every run.
nice long jump. No! That is such a sad death what just happened to me. I accidentally long jumped instead of ground pounded on one of the hexagon platforms, and then it ended up killing my speed so bad that a long jump didn't make it to the HEFO platform.
Aw, that sucks.
That's really bad.
It's a Bloody, the creator of this hack and the KBR series.
That's true.
Banger.
Bloody's really cool.
Bloody's honestly kind of based, all things considered.
Dude, it's always this star, man. It's like this star I'm not even that bad at in like actual runs, but it's like when it comes to like both times in marathons, I've just gotten absolutely fucking highway robbed.
I'm really bad at it.
It's a really difficult star. This is, in my opinion, one of the hardest things you do in this marathon, or in this run. It's very tricky. Like getting that beginning dive roll out's difficult because the flowers block your vision, and then you have to get this slide kick at the end.
Video games.
Okay, there we go.
Dude, just get up!
Hold. Second try. First try at the slide kick.
Copium first try.
Copium first try.
Yeah, let's see how I fare on that star. I did practice it before marathon, so.
It's worth noting that I have died to that box grab at Fan Game Marathon. I got quarter framed and clipped the corner of the box.
Aw, it sucks.
So I was madging.
That's like the only thing I pause buffer in this run, that box landing, because like I do not want to die there.
I pause buffer.
usually do
I only
anyway,
pause
so
buffer that depending on the slide kick I get. If it's like a tight slide kick, then I pause buffer it to see if I land on the box.
Yeah.
Or if I need to like wall kick or anything.
That depends on like how much speed you get.
Yeah. Slide kicks are kind of finicky because depending on... That's actually not a frame-perfect slide kick per se. It's more so a momentum slide kick, but a frame-perfect slide kick does help a lot there.
Okay. Got it, nice. It was sketch, but I got it. My ground pound is so high. Oh my god.
Jeez, scary. It's important to note that this game is well coded. If you ever ground pound a box over quicksand, Mario will downwarp directly into the quicksand without grabbing the star. So for that box grab, we both need to ground pound the side of the box as opposed to the top twice.
Yeah. So yeah, flower field, we'll be getting 6 stars here, and the only one we don't get is the only one that's really cool.
Yeah.
Sad.
There's a better version
Shell
of it in
star.
KBR 2 though, so...
Shell Star is so cool. KBR 2 does have a better version, but like it's cool in this hack as well.
Yeah, it's also easier in this hack, arguably. What happened? Okay, I thought I clipped the wall. I was about to panic. Dude, the skeeters in this game are insane.
They actually go hard. Dude, B1 skeeters.
Yeah, B1 has
Messed
some
up.
crazy skeeter RNG.
B1 skeeters go insane, bro. Alright, cool.
It's really cool to show off this game because I think it's like, it's the kind of game where it's like got kind of like, I feel like it's the kind of Kaizo hack where it's like the movement's nice enough that's like, it's kind of a short category in a sense, but it's also like you get to see like the difficult jumps while not having it be like the slowest gameplay ever.
This is probably my favorite Kaizo speedrun just because of like how optimized it is. Especially like recently, like before you started, or like we started prepping for FM, and, like both came back to this, like
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't like the best category, but like now it's like super optimized and stuff, and like we're both like really good at it at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun to just like get good movement in these hard ass levels.
Baseball has also been running this recently.
Yeah, that's hype.
Yeah, hopefully he gets a sub 2 eventually, that'd be amazing.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
The big barrier for this game is a sub 2. It's kind of similar to like a sub 2 in like vanilla 120 star.
Yeah.
Not in difficulty maybe, but you know.
Yeah, definitely on difficulty. Also, good boy.
For a second I panicked because I thought I got like the same star twice, but then I realized I'm just bad at counting.
Awesome.
I think this movement's slow, but it's only one death, and the death was faster. Walk that ferret. Walk that ferret.
True.
I said that without realizing that people were posting ferret walks in the chat.
Nice.
I just
Autopilot
predicted it.
over.
I just had like a sense for it. It's like my body told me to do it because it sensed the ferret.
I sense the ferret. Good boy.
Here's the meme star. It's extremely difficult. It tests your skill and your
Okay.
patience and your endurance.
True. Alright. Pretty good course 5. Unless I've died to the like jump down the pit star for missing a wall kick.
Pain. I always mash A there.
Yeah, I do as well. But I'm just
Oh.
like scared that I'll fuck it up.
They call me Castle Movement Bobby.
True?
Why do they call me that? They should stop.
Dude, that's really weird.
So like I said, some routing differences. In C4, I'm going to be getting 2 stars that Andrew will not be getting. They happen to be the stars
only
that made
one
you
star.
first. Oh, only one star?
I don't think. Yeah, it's just the outside.
Okay, well, this star I'm getting first is the one that Andrew will not be getting, so cherish it while you can, because you won't see this from Andrew.
You'll never see the star again in your life.
And also don't cherish it, because it's kind of slow.
I forgot the split, so it's in gold, even though like I was about the gold.
Pain.
I'm going the wrong way, I think. Nice. Okay.
Back with chalky milk.
Yucky milk.
So, so C4 is a pretty interesting. It's a reference to KBR1. It's called King Boo's like new prison, because KBR1 had a stage called King Boo's Private Jails, which is terrible. Fuck you, Rev.
You're... Damn.
I do not like that level.
I don't like it either.
It's so boring. How do you
I'm
like
at a
it?
loss for words right now. I do not know what to say.
Chalky
You'll never
milk.
be enlightened. Chalky milk.
I love some chalky milk. I love that use of Maria 17 uwu.
If webcams were on, I'd be giving you a death glare.
Be flipping us off.
Yep.
Smudge. Technically, my webcam is on right now because I forgot to hide it. So
I don't know what to tell you. Like better levels.
Like better.
whoa, firsty time.
Firsty Fred.
So here we have some coins that are totally coins, and there is nothing to sussy about them. They are 100%
What a nice
coins.
coin. I wonder if it's a coin.
They are coins.
She wasn't lying.
There's nothing to worry about. These are just normal coins engaging in normal coin activities. Ignore that that coin exploded into 2 coins. It's a special type of coin that was unused in vanilla. It is used in beta though.
Beta.
Ignore that
Did
this
you say
coin
beta?
increases my life count, not my coin count. That's just a glitch.
Did you say beta?
I did say beta.
Her beta.
Streamer, I
Show us the
heard
preservation
beta.
project later by Crash.
You know, it's like everyone loves beta.
Hey, beta.
Dude, what am I doing?
Beta, the horse is here. That stupid fucking video always gets me.
Yeah, that's how you move Mario, man.
Beta, the horse is here.
It's going to be a great SRM. We have lots of runs prepared. We have had no technical difficulties with pivotal characters in the run.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I swear.
Surely King Toad will be doing his 10 runs.
God, I hope his PC's fixed.
We got ideas for how to cover, don't worry.
I prefer Sigma. Well, the thing about Sigma is that it's like an alpha, but like mega or something. I have no idea what the male terminology is.
Rugma male.
I don't think I should
Male
know
is
what the male
shrugs.
terminology is.
I really liked his darker side run. He did a really good job of doing the second run of the marathon. Did Movie end up doing Redon 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, actually.
He actually got he almost got a sub hour.
Oh, nice.
He got a 1:00:10.
Rust doesn't exist. What's Rust?
Does not exist.
You know, just cranks out a good run.
Rank it out.
So here I'm going to be doing a strat that Andrew doesn't do. Andrew is a real gamer and he uses the snuff it. I'm a fake gamer who hates the snuff it, so I jump around.
Elbows it.
I believe that what I do is slower, but it's easier for me.
Oh, do you like dive? And
Yeah, I dive into the hole.
I didn't know you could do that. I would rather do that.
Do it then. It's a little tight.
I only know how to do it that way.
Oh yeah, I got the funny clip. Also ignore the poop joke.
True.
We're
Guys,
not-
it's in the toilet. That's funny, I think.
We don't laugh at poop jokes, we laugh at boob jokes.
Sex jokes. Alright.
Okay. We were on like the same
Good job,
wavelength.
team.
No, the rare C4 def to that style.
You know, Andrew and Pluto would be like top 10 jokes.
So that def was bad. If you don't know, those green slopes are very slippery, so you have to watch out for them. Thankfully, it's a quick def.
Towoilet.
I do not like towoilet.
Don't say
I don't think anyone likes that one. But...
I think that was just an L for Team Maria.
For
So
Team
overall.
Maria fans in shambles because they're all really embarrassed right now.
I am embarrassed to be a Maria fan. I'm going the wrong way.
Most sane Maria fan. We're all Maria fans here. Because Maria's
Most
awesome.
sane. I feel like realistically I'm up there in the top half of Maria fans for sanity.
You
Maybe
speedrun.
not first, but like, you know, top half.
You speedrun KBRX, so that's doubtful.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kaiser runs are always a little finicky, but yeah.
We're doing a Kaiser run. One, I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. Second off, Pog. I like watching Kaiser runs.
Kaiser runs are always great.
Also, I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life, but I like Kaiser runs, so it's fun.
There's a healthy amount of Kaiser this SRM.
Long jump! Sorry.
Oh.
I like set up a long jump and went for it and ground pounded twice in a row.
I love it. I recently did this thing where like I was trying to long jump and my attempt was I did a full single jump and ground pounded at the peak.
That's insane.
God. Like when I did that I was like,
that goes
jeez.
really hard.
Long jumps can fuck you up,
I
man.
highly doubt that would. As much as I want to believe it, I doubt it.
So yeah, like we said, C4 is one of the most difficult stages of the run. Has some extremely volatile stars.
Scores, pretty much. I mean, you still have one more star left, and
Oh,
so do I, but I'm at the one where like you can't really die.
The wall kicks one.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just doing the second last star, and then I'm doing that one. This star has some kind of cool slope movement. It's all kind of interesting to look at, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That last side flip is interesting because if you don't know, if you do a quick enough side flip, you can actually cancel a steep slope jump. If you ever play this game, I'm sure you're familiar with like jumping up a steep slope and Mario just like can't do any action. Quick side flips actually
It's
avoid
like
that.
a little single jump.
Yeah. You can also avoid it with a punch cancel, I believe.
Yes.
Alright, so while Andrew is gonna go do things, I have to full clear C4, but thankfully I only have one more star left here, and it's the one that you're watching him do right now.
Guys in my head, Copia.
I did this movement wrong, and then I did miss my wall kick, and then I bounced up the swooper.
Wall kicks will wall kicks.
Yeah, I know how to move the man.
Alright. I golded
Oh,
there.
where'd you get your double jumps license? The clown school?
Roo! I got 136 on my vest now, which is cute.
Damn, she's moving.
This run's like not that bad despite the two deaths. Like this is like really solid overall one so far.
I think we have
Actually,
the
like,
same...
The two splits that I just did are like, or that we just did, yeah, I'm the only one doing the run now. The ones that we just did, like those are probably like the two hardest. Because like course 3 is not that bad, and then B1 is like very punishing but consistent.
Yeah, B1 is the most consistent Bowser stage. B2 is fine, but it's very scary, and then B3 is a absolute brutal run killer.
Yeah.
If B3 wants to, it can ruin your entire run.
Yeah.
I still got a sub
B3
9
is
stage or
super
two.
slow. So yeah, what I just did here, pretty much vanish caps in this game, they're quicksand caps, so if you like stand on quicksand, then with the vanish cap, then you'll just like not sink. So what I did there is like, there's a ton of cheese in this level specifically, and a lot of others with the quicksand cap. What I did there is like, I literally stood on an anti-cheese wall to do a cheese, which was, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a different star first. I'm gonna be doing the Womp Star. The star
I'm
used to
doing
be
Womp
one
right
that
now,
was. Oh, we're doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Womp Star used to be one of the big problems for me in this run because I just like could not do it for the life of me. But recently Andrew found this really cool clip where if you take the same Vanish Cap, you can actually take it over here, wall kick on this, and the similar clip to what we did in Unknown Origin, you can just clip to that wall.
Yeah, it's very scuffed corner.
You do have to be careful with this Womp because it's worth noting that if Mario gets crushed, the protective from the quicksand will just go away. So
Yeah.
under any circumstances, do not get squished. And I don't just mean like the Womp crushes you, I mean like getting stuck under his feet is like death.
Yeah. It's very scuffed, but it's fine. It's a cool idea. It's a very cool idea for a star.
Yeah.
In sync right now.
Yeah.
Even though like you're kind of still ahead because you're like a star ahead technically,
Moving
but like
ahead.
also we're have the same amount of stars, so it's like weird.
Yeah. Very even runs, but don't expect to stay even because this
Yeah,
game
this-
gets hard.
Right
I
now
mean-
I'm doing a star where the gimmick for this one, it just doesn't work pretty much. Like you're supposed to like stand around on these like wooden planks over here, and like one of them will have like a different sound. I've never noticed the difference. The like level music is like way too loud to like notice anything.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to hear. I've heard it before, but it's a very odd sound, and it's not the sound you expect it would be.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, pretty much invisible box.
Sacred Power Trial, yeah. We'll talk about Sacred Power Trial when we get there, but Sacred Power Trial is probably the... it's
Not the hardest, but it's just the worst.
Yeah, I think it's the most annoying run killer in this entire game.
Yeah.
It's
I practiced that, like, a
extremely
lot before.
tilting.
Tell me about it, Ruth.
Yeah, we'll explain why when we get there, but for now, we're almost out of the early game.
We're getting there. We gotta go to B1, which is very, very punishing if you die. It's a long course, nothing like crazy hard, but it's long.
So to give you a scale of the time loss in this, the longest stars in 90 star are like a minute 10 or so, in that range. B1 and B2 are both 4 minutes long. So a mistake at the end of them is basically the same as choking 4 of the longest stars in this run.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It is extremely scary.
Ridiculous.
Indeed.
Yeah. We're gonna probably try to focus up now that we're... I think you have one more star, but I'm going to B1.
Yep, I gotta get the side one.
I'm gonna focus up.
So while the two are focusing, fun fact, near the beginning of Bloody developing the hack, he was initially wanting to, as far as I remember, he was wanting to make like some like Kaizo hack, but after making like course 1 or so, he figured he'd want to just make another like
It's like, this is boring.
like regular
It's gonna be
Kaizo. Yep. and then people were like initially just like pretty disappointed with it being like a
They thought it was
Kaizo.
gonna be a lighter Kaizo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some people were like pretty disappointed because of that.
Keep in mind,
Still,
like,
this is like my favorite difficulty for Kaizo. Like, it's just the border of like Kaizo and regular. Honestly, I just really like it. This and like I'm sure I'm gonna love like Silver Stars of Wisdom. It seems like a very similar difficulty. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
SSOW has like okay, that's a weird one, Andrew, but
That was interesting. At least I didn't die. That's weird though. Never had that happen.
here we have some great Skeeter RNG.
SSOW slaps.
It does seem to be
Okay,
slapping. How many stars do you have in that riff?
Let me check.
It seems like a game I'd be very interested in running, so don't be surprised if I'm here next SRM with that.
That'd be pretty cool, man.
Silver Stars of Wisdom. I have one.
Whoa. Yeah, just being entirely honest, these Skeeters are awful. Like, they're so bad in this level.
But by the way, I love the title screen of that. I have 150.
115.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do, man? Okay, these poles are not letting me pass, man. These poles are just the fucking police. Dude, I keep hitting my head on the ceiling. I don't get it.
Dude, this is the sketchiest B1.
Dude, what is going on? Why will he not go in the hole?
SSOW co-op would be kind of nutty. I'd be very much down.
Okay, that took forever. I got stuck on the poles for like 20 seconds.
For me, it's like I haven't played SSOW yet, but I feel like I've seen enough to where it's like, holy shit, this is really good.
Yeah.
I haven't played like the first like 3 levels. But, yeah.
Honestly, Morning is some really good like actual like object and level design ideas.
Yeah, that's his best attribute, in my opinion. Because his object placement is like.
Yeah. He can really like
he
makes like object spam stuff not feel like object spam, which is an extremely high compliment because that is extremely difficult to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
yeah,
I mean, he's had a lot of practice. He's like very known for buffing a lot of iconic kinds of stages. Like
so like he has a lot of experience in just precisely placing the objects to make it feel like an actual fun experience rather than just bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this movement is. This V1 is like really scuffed. Dude, stop! Okay, I fucking hate the skeeters, man.
Oh yeah, the skeeters. But yeah, honestly, Morning, you you did well with SSOW, really well.
You done good. All right, I went so sketchy in that V1. I went really slow, but fine.
Even though, guys, that Morning doesn't plan to make like serious hacks again after SSOW because it's just too much of a pain.
I'm not sure it's very stressful, which is like, yeah, I completely get it.
Yeah.
But I think this is a more than worthy addition to his catalog.
Yeah.
All right, not too bad. I just lost 30 seconds on that just from being slow.
I think I lost more.
Yeah. Well, I was like fumbling around the poles for a bit. I'm pretty sure you were as well.
Oh yeah, I spent like actually like 20-30 seconds on the poles. I like kept hitting the ceiling for some reason.
Yeah. Okay, but pretty good overall one from both of us, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I only had 2 deaths and they were like right in course 2.
I had 2 deaths. One was long and one was short.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's short death. I guess he got like one up somewhere.
And yeah, Bloody says SSOW gets super hard. It does get pretty hard near the end, but it's still pretty good.
It does look like it, but then again, so is this hack, so it's like, I feel like it's a very, very similar difficulty.
Okay, my gold is like a sub 4 B1. This is a like 427 B1.
Got you. So yeah, course 6, crazy stirring cocktail. This level was a meme.
Yeah.
That was the thing that can happen, I think.
Oh. There, unfortunately.
I don't even know how to explain what just happened.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, despite me currently being in a slight lead, I have lost the race because I missed the first D for the optimal movement out of B1.
True.
So
that was ridiculous.
Regardless of if it's world records, this run is unfortunately a forfeit and I lose.
True.
Damn, can't believe Pluto was do that.
Also, I don't want to toot my own horn, but that pipe entry was clean.
Queen.
Dude.
Queen. So
yeah. C6 for the longest time. I think when Andrew ran this the first time, we only got 1 star here, but now we get 2.
Yeah, because this one's apparently fast.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting star. It's called Upway for Glory or Cheese, but spoiler alert, the cheese is patched.
Yeah.
As in, it came patched. Like, it's not like he patched it afterwards.
It came patched in the original version of the game. I should, like, analyze every version of the game and see if Bloody, like, ever changed that, if it ever, like, wasn't like this. Because I don't know. But there's so many versions, I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah, unfortunately, cheese is always the cheese is always banned. Maybe we should make like cheese percent where you just like die in that tunnel.
Cheese percent. That sounds like such a meme.
It's basically overworld 1 RTA.
As possible. I mean, you can literally just like do like the warp and then go backwards.
Yep. Alright. After C6 is going to be C8. C8 is an incredibly scary stage. Yeah. And by a scary stage, I mean it has 1 star that has 2 ways to do it. One is complete bullshit. One is complete bullshit. I will be attempting the faster bullshit method. Andrew will be doing intended.
The slower bullshit.
I'm kind of scared to go for the BLJ now because it's like I don't want to miss it.
Do it, you won't. Pussy.
I'll do it. I don't really care too much. So here we have some epic invisible platforms.
You didn't see what that death was in this course.
I did not. I have your stream open, but like it's covered by like my OBS and live split.
Yeah, you'll see it in clips later.
I can't wait.
That was ridiculous.
Now I'm at a C6, chasing Andrew into that C8 pipe.
Even though you have like 1 extra star, that's fine. Because I took a death there, which is funny.
Yeah. So this run is going to have a couple... After this 1 hard star in C8, there's going to be a bit of a break for about 12 stars, and then the run's going to pick up again.
Yeah.
Alright, so this BLJ is really dumb. It's extremely precise. It's extremely difficult. I'll probably attempt it twice, and if I don't get it, I'll just do intended.
Oh yeah, that crossover star Andrew's doing. I believe I did that. I believe I got that by doing the BLJ.
I think a lot of people did.
I did not have nearly enough speed. Alright, I'll try it one more time.
You got it, nice. Yeah, pretty much those walls like automatically change your angle for some reason.
Yeah.
Do it too much, it's ridiculous.
It's one of the most unfair stars in the game.
It's ridiculous.
I had like no speed.
I'm relatively consistent at it now, but it's still just like really stupid.
Yeah.
Collision on like the sides is also really bad, so it's just like lose-lose.
Mm-hmm. Alright, hoping I get the second try. No, I don't. No! I accidentally did a C-up slide. Okay, this is like the slowest thing ever. This is already losing time, even though I get it, but it'll be cool. So here we go.
Would be really cool.
Oh,
Be so awesome. Be so cool.
nailed it.
Nice, let's go.
Wow.
I think you pretty much broke even there.
Yeah, I think I literally lost time to that because I fucked it up so many times. It's just I only died with it once.
Actually huge. It's ridiculous how consistent that. I physically can't match that fast, so if you go for that and runs, I'm just over. It's over for me.
It saves like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So for reference, I also can't mash that fast for that unless I reposition my hand. So the way I play is like similar to a GameCube controller with essentially Z and the right bumper. So I have to reposition it so that way my left hand is holding both up on the
Wait,
analog
you do Z
stick.
as the right bumper?
Yeah.
Oh, I do it as left, okay.
Yeah, so I literally have to like I have to pause to reposition my hand so that way my left hand is holding both Z on the right side of the controller and up. And then mash.
Wait, Andrew, you did that on the...
Yeah, my Z button is the left bumper.
Yeah, that's how it would be. That's how it would
What?
play on like
Mine's like right trigger, huh?
Right trigger. Yeah. I was
That's
like, what's a trigger? And I was like, oh yeah, it's the bumper.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm like 2 for 2 on like getting that BLJ, but not saving time with it.
Let's go.
Okay, what is the star order? I guess I'm doing the star next. I'm doing star 7 third.
I'm doing over here, that's not
might do some more treasure world practice.
Go up. There is going to be a Treasure World 182 co-op, which we're excited for.
We are hyped.
Yep. Might as well make use of my time efficiently by doing this.
I'm so bad at navigating that dark tunnel without losing a million hours.
Our World Co-op is going to be insane. We got a pretty stacked roster. We got the one who's gotten TD Reds 10 times, the Treasure World King, the one who has grinded TD Reds for like thousands of hours in Rev.
That's true.
I had to. It was honest.
Hey Andrew, fuck you
Rev's
too.
also there.
So many chads.
Love you, Rev.
You know, the one who knows movement, the one who knows TD, the one who is trying really hard, and the one who did not bother to learn the Cherno maze.
Who's what? Not bothered to what?
Learn the Cherno maze.
You don't want to learn the Cherno maze?
No, we did a practice run and she didn't know the fucking maze.
Okay, that's fair. I'd also like. I mean, it's not that hard.
It's small. It's literally a maze for dummies.
I was stuck
Hello, bro.
whenever I was in that thing. Just when I was just going for that star, just for the hell of it, it took me like around half an hour to go through that.
There's no way that took you half an hour. It's not that big a maze. It's just literally not that big.
Whoa.
Rev, I find that really hard to believe.
Yeah, my ass is just not saving time with that BLJ. I'm actually losing time over my gold.
That's not listening. Shit.
Also, this is the dumbest angle to ever angle. I have
Like-
to QSLG here.
I just
Actually didn't. Oh, we just never explained the gimmick of C8. The gimmick of C8 is that when you're in these spotlights, quicksand is normal ground and normal ground is quicksand.
I think I figured it out by now, but yeah.
Like, I just-
should explain that. Rev, I'm just picturing the co-op going like everyone's like done. They've like had 182 for an hour, and you're like still stuck in the maze, like at like 1 star.
God.
It's like, where do I go?
Pain champ. I forgot to split.
Champ. I'm dead. Yeah. I shouldn't have gone for that. Okay, I died to the Sky Ascension
Though-
Star.
though
Ooh.
interestingly enough, I navigated through the C3 maze very well.
What are we doing? So Sky Ascension is up next. It's a difficult stage. Well, it's not a difficult stage, but it's a stage that is very finicky and you can lose a lot of time to it.
Don't you mean Kai
Especially this
Ascension?
one star. Sky Ascension, yeah.
It is called Kai Ascension, but, you know, everyone calls it Sky Ascension. If you call it Kai Ascension, you're just trying to look different. You're not like the other girls. Rawr. Woo.
Hello.
Right, there's your SRM cringe. You can put me in the compilation.
The SRM cringe compilation starring Pluto.
Starring Pluto. Why do you say that like South Park, like neckbeard? Like
Eric Cartman.
Eric Cartman. I think it's supposed to be Sky Ascension, but like it's a hack made by a French Canadian person. It's gonna have a typo. That sounded incredibly racist.
Bro, chill. Yo, chill.
It's okay. We are allowed one racism.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. What are you? What?
We are allowed one racism.
Thank you so much, Trevor Park.
I just like, well, okay.
You get to just detract from the racism by thanking someone for the good luck.
Shit, what the fuck, man? I was trying to say that English is not his first language, so it's going to be easy to make a typo. That's what I meant, okay?
Opium.
What do you mean, copium? This is real.
I mean, opium.
God. My career is over.
All over. Gone.
Damn, over before it started.
So, Peaceful
Racism
Jingle...
1 fucking sucked. Hope Racism 2 is for chill. It's true.
Peaceful Jingle Jungle is one of the more peaceful stages. It's also possibly the most boring stage in the
pasta.
round.
Can we get the copy pasta?
Yeah, can we get the copy pasta?
In my server if you need it.
It's in
Hey,
Andrew's
one's in my
server.
No one's in my server. Get the copy pasta. I'll get it. We need to.
Excuse me.
I'm losing time in the split toast the copy pasta. There we go.
Yep. Good. I'm sorry, Andrew, but I will be leaving the stream during Peaceful Jingle Jungle. It bores the hell out of me, and frankly, I can think of a whole host of other things I could rather be doing, playing the ROM hack Junks Junk, please.
Sage, well, because congrats Pluto and Junk 100 points.
That happened. I
Yeah.
was not ready to think about that today.
You just kind of like forgot.
Well, I didn't forget. It's just like I'm just like been thinking so much about SRM that I'm just not thinking about like any Kaiser grinds at all.
Yeah, that's fair. After this, what you're thinking? You're getting the other stars and jonks, and then it's Final Tragedy time.
Yeah, Yeah, and then you're like, oh wow, I got this.
I did want to do that as like a thing before Final Tragedy, but Lost Synaptic Trials also exists. I'm not sure how Final Tragedy is gonna go because I'm just not I can't get it in a month, and then school's gonna start, and it's gonna be really difficult to grind. So.
Yeah, baby! It's a wakeboard! I'm sorry.
So the star is pretty cool. These flowers are supposed to like tell you where these gazebos are or whatever the fuck these are.
It's pretty cool until we fall.
I think it's a gazebo.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, Belle.
The bell ring.
Rare Belle appearance.
Average bell enjoyer.
Average Belle enjoyer. I encourage you guys to appreciate the peacefulness of Peaceful Jingle Jungle, because after the stage we're gonna be fucking stressed out for the rest of the run.
Yeah. This is the last, like,
yeah.
super easy split for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I say super easy as I've already fallen.
Yeah.
Some stuff in here is, like, kind of weird, but it's, like, rarely
Yeah,
hard.
once you get past those first 2 stars, it's basically just like a Fairs hack where you do jump dive rollouts. It's movement practice. Yeah. I say as I get an entire Death Storm, 2 Death Storms in a row, and a kick. Okay, where's the speed kick? And there's the dive. Can I move? Alright, there we go.
Good.
I like failed 2 rollouts, failed 2 jump dives, and then failed a speed kick.
That's huge.
It's like, wow. I'm like, wow, I'm really showing off the movement. What just happened to me?
Stuff.
Kid name stuff.
Okay, class. Today we're gonna be burning Tyler. Kid named Tyler.
Today we're gonna be finger painting. Kid named Finger.
Oh. Oop. Alright, that was the slowest star ever.
Kid named Finger is like the least funny thing I've heard in my life, and it's so fucking funny.
C7 is a pretty forgettable stage, I think, just because it has one really cool star that you don't do in the run. Although it's like might be fast enough, but it's kind of long.
I think like 10 seconds too slow.
It's like
Maybe
right on the edge of being fast enough.
Yeah. But I don't really want to be in the stage again for like another star, so like I think
it is the fun one. So this Vanish Cap box is actually kind of important. So on Acts 5 and 6, there's going to be a star inside that hut in the middle there, and we're going to use a bomb to clip into it. However, it's actually going to despawn this Vanish Cap, so it's important that you get this star 7 here first, because unless you do the really hard BLJ, you need Vanish Cap for this. It's just, if you don't do it this way, you'll lose time on star select screen.
you just like forget, then you like go in the course and you lose like a minute because you like didn't realize.
Yeah, because there's no other differences besides just like there's no more Vanish Cap.
Please make it. Please make it.
This hack isn't that bad with the act specific stuff.
Balls. Okay, sorry.
But there are some things that are a little act specific, but it's rare in this game. I agree with that Iranian missile crisis thing.
I'm gonna have to. I see where it's coming from there.
Losing time to star select is kind of cringe, bro. It is cringe, but sometimes you gotta be the cringe lord to be the fringe lord.
Alright.
Alright. Almost out of the resident sleeper stage.
I fell on the flower star, but still should be saving time in my PB because I died in my PB. Imagine dying in this stage.
My PB has a really bad beginning, so right now I'm -2.
Okay. Dude, what is this? I'm dead. I'm dead.
Smash.
Oh, never mind. I'm not dead. Huge.
So early in the run we had a bomb clip.
That movement before.
Early in the run we had that bomb clip in UO, which only worked with a big bomb. This one works with any size of bomb.
Yeah. That was better with the big bomb.
Yeah, big bomb's obviously fastest, but you can do any size.
Dude.
That wall is very thin. It's funny because it's like, I'm going to remove the Vanish Cap so people do not clip through this gate without doing the intended challenge, and then proceed to put bombs in front of it.
True. Alright.
Anyway, there's a crazy box in that water, so I'm gonna go grab it. I'm sure nothing weird will happen.
Hidden him junk reds. This isn't funny, but it is.
It's not funny indeed.
Hidden him
Why did I... I'm like... Okay, I'm like huddled up in the corner with the crazy box here. I did not mean to do this to myself.
So cute.
It is cute. And then I proceeded to jump with the shittiest angle known to man. So here's the rare putting a star in the overworld that's not a toad or a mips.
SSRW apparently has like a bomb fight in the overworld.
Does it
which is,
actually?
like-
I did not know you could do that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it either. Like, that's pretty cool.
I feel like there's like so many things that you can do in this game, but nobody does it, so I just assume you can't do it.
Yeah. Alright, I'm at course 7 as well.
Dude, I had to swim without any visual feedback.
Boy.
Safe time.
What's nice is that if you're playing this game and if it's your first speedrun, you're worried about gaming over. You don't have to worry about not saving those overworld stars because that star and secret power tiles above the spawn.
Penguin Clip is really cool.
It is. Alright, so Sacred Power Trial is an absolute madge. It's a smudge. It's just an absolutely vile stage in the speedrun. Very fun stage in casual, but in a speedrun
No, it's not that fun again.
Okay stage in casual, but when it comes to the speedrun, the stage becomes your worst nightmare because it's essentially one of the most punishing stages, and you are now seeing why it's one of the most punishing. This bottom of the level here is lava, which means that every death here is exponentially longer than it should be. Very unfortunate mistake, but we rebound from those. Hopefully I don't pull the inverse of what, or I don't, our rolls aren't swapped and I just like melt down in SPT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
It's worth noting that like that wall has bad collision, and depending if you get too much angle on it, sometimes you delay your wall kick until you hit a different part of the wall, which is why I paused buffer there.
I couldn't replicate it. I got it like 10 times in my FM run, and I just couldn't replicate it. I'm so mad.
It's only if your angle's a certain strength.
Yeah.
These walls change your angle as you go. This star right here is like some of the worst collision in the entire run. Like pretty much every jump has a collision issue.
Ridiculous, man.
And then the edges of these walls have terrible collisions, so this arch is extremely awkward. Here's a little speed strat where you burn on the lava and lava bounce directly into the star. It's a little scary, but it saves some time. It's worth noting that the way that FM silent patch. It's worth noting that the way that lava bounces work in this game is that when you hit a lava floor, all of Mario's momentum is completely gone. So, but if you hit a lava wall, he still maintains some speed. Yeah, the star we don't do is the one that this level is known for because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Also, let it be known that neither of the runners will be doing Chris Hart.
I want to do Chris Hart. No, I'm not doing Chris Hart.
I like how I just made up this name for it and you just went along with it, no questions.
Chris Hart.
Let's
I mean, it works because
well,
I give Chris hearts like all the time. I send him hearts like every day.
Let's
Like,
go.
I
12
love
out of 12 choke in course 15. Alright.
Smash.
But let's see.
Yeah, so you can like use this hard and with like enough speed, you can jump down like a barely hit like the star at the bottom of this level. That will like show you later.
What we do
But
isn't that much slower.
Finger,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Good.
That is okay. Consider my pants ruined, and consider my heart stopped.
Rude.
You have to see what happened. I could not believe I'm alive right now. I was getting ready to silently madge.
Island Madge, I'm probably dead. Oh, never mind, it's save.
The saves.
I got a pretty good save as well. Probably wasn't as insane as yours, but forward side flip. Damn it.
I also
Not safe.
missed that forward side flip, don't worry.
The forward side flip there is so cool.
It is very cool movement, but kind of tricky. Forward side flips are probably my favorite movement tech in this game. So to give you an idea of just how costly that death was like not too far into the star, and it still cost me over 30 seconds.
Did you actually die there?
I died on
On back collision, sorry. Right.
Yeah. Oh no, I accidentally save and quit. But it's actually a good thing I did that, because now we're actually going to go into course 1.
We never did kill people, I guess.
Man, course 1 that late into the run.
Yep.
Yeah, so course 1's this late into the run because it's not a secret course in course 1 that requires 52 stars to get into.
Yep.
And that's one of the more brutal splits as well.
So yeah, so course 1, you might look at course 1 and be, oh, this isn't too bad of a stage, but it's actually a run killer.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the ridiculous strat that Pluto does, then
Yeah.
it does help. Pluto does like a strat to grab like the other vanish cap, and it's like crazy, but it saves like 8 seconds.
This strat saves 8 seconds, what I'm about to do, and if you die, it loses way more than that.
So it's like a minute.
Yeah.
So of course,
I grabbed the cap.
a little man behind. Kid named Super Mario 64 Peach's Memory. Bro, you missed it. I was playing Peach's Memory at the hardcore. It's the only Peach's Memory you will get in this marathon. Cope.
Sad. Nice, first try the strat.
Also,
Yeah, Andrew doesn't do that because it does not save enough time to be worth, but I have a consistent setup for it, which makes it not too bad.
Also because it doesn't take enough time to be worth, but yeah.
Yeah. Peach's Memory has like 1 hard star. And the ending is hard.
I forgot to press A.
That's okay.
I was also like trying to do really cool.
Wow, this is a unique problem. Almost nailed some stuff in like Overworld 3, but then die to a fucking Overworld 1 stage.
Yeah, of course. That's the classic. I mean, that's this run in a nutshell.
Overworld 3 is actually the easiest part of the run, but don't be fooled, it's still hard.
It's still hard, yeah, especially like course 12 and some other stuff, some other scattered stars there.
Yeah.
I pause up for that because I'm terrified of dying there.
Overworld 3 is where this game gets quite a bit harder, but
Yeah.
yeah, because it gets so much harder, we opt to just do all the fast stars there. Which kind of is unfortunate because we don't get to see a lot of the cool levels.
I like how you're always talking about your runs while I was talking about my performance with Treasure World right now.
Ideally, we would be talking about our run, considering our run is up right now. And
Oh,
this is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
considering the run.
I know.
Where are you going, Mabel? Alright.
Yeah, I know.
Mabel just gets lost in
I'd be
C1.
concerned if we were talking about your Treasure World progress.
No.
Dude, that movement was so nasty.
Nasty.
You need to watch my movement to get the fucking metal cap or the vanish cap at the top for like the fake star. It was so nasty.
I'll probably do.
Oh, that is actually pretty nasty. I'm watching really. Oh god damn, that was hot.
Oh no. Okay, we're good.
Should probably be muted anyway.
Maybe. So that star, by the way, was completely cheesed. If I had to guess, I feel like the stage was made before the whole like vanish cap thing was done because this stage is completely broken by the vanish cap.
It is very much.
Not every star, but enough of them.
A lot of them, like at least 3 or 4.
This stage is in general just very different from the rest of the hack. It's a lot more puzzle oriented compared to the rest, which is more gimmick oriented.
Yeah,
Which I guess is the gimmick for this one, is that it's a puzzle. Consuming Void Trial after C1 is a lot more brutal.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the bosses from Mario Odyssey. Because they're the brutals.
Reference. I didn't get for a second. That was like not fast movement necessarily, but...
It's okay. That was clean. Add the secret stage charge to KBRX IL leaderboard. Also, I appreciate that we're already getting Morbius in this run.
Yes.
This could be a C1 gold.
Yeah, same. I'm actually having a really clean C1.
I say as I
Really?
completely borked my camera for star 7. That's fine. No, I missed star 7. This might still gold. Okay. Slight gold. Kind of messed up star 7, but very nice. It's always nice to have a good C1 because it's just very satisfying.
Yeah.
It's like we said, there's a stage here. So outside the door, it's going to say 105, but it's actually a 52-star door.
Yeah, he cut it in half during the last update, which is like funny because like half of like 105 is obviously 52.5, but there are no decimal stars in Mario, so it's just like, okay, let's just make it 52
Yeah.
instead of literally just like making it 50 or something.
So like Maria said in chat, we have to deal with the fuck tree.
Finally, the fuck tree.
The star is really tricky. Andrew does better movement on it than I do, but
Yeah, I'm like pretty consistent with it, but it's
yeah,
hard.
this is one of my problem stars in the run. Yeah. Like of any Kaizo hack run, there's going to be stages that, you know, some people are better at, some people are worse at. It's just, it's all very difficult, so it's very easily... You got to keep in mind that, like, in this game, you can get stuck on anything.
Yeah. Nice joke, Maria. Cool.
I'm not reading chat, so I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but it's probably stupid.
0.5 press joke.
Oh. Hilarious.
Therefore, I'm a clown.
We're dealing with the queen of comedy over here. Watch out. First try tree.
Nice. New tree right now. This is like honestly one of the hardest stars in the run, but I've practiced this star intensely.
Yeah, this is a star that you gotta practice. This is like one of like the key moments in the run.
Yeah, this whole stage, honestly, like there are 3 stars here that are very, very hard.
Yeah, Secrets is slept on because it's very short, but it's brutal.
Yeah.
Especially if you go for a quick movement. This star has one jump that's a bit finicky, but I haven't died to it in a while, so hopefully we'll get a clean one. That was really good. Still not over though, still gotta do the ending. That was clean.
Easy tree.
Okay, that I did not trust that to lead grab. Thankfully we got the backup.
Give all time. Which I'm
And
happy this race is going a lot better for... I was gonna say both of us, but no, just me.
Just me. It is actually going better for me. I'm still ahead by a little bit.
At a record, or...
Yeah, well, yeah, I had a
PB.
record, and my PB is like basically the record.
Copium? I basically have world record.
Yeah, that is the next level of copium. I basically have the record. I didn't realize how like dickhead I sounded until that came out. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I basically have record.
I sound like such a douche.
Ratio was basically have record. Was L.
God. So yeah, I don't do the fast movement here. I go for a safe grab on the 4th secret, but that's pretty much it. Fastest movement I'm comfortable with, basically. And that was a really good consuming void trial. And it seems like you're on a decent one too.
Yeah. First 2 stars are good. I just have secrets.
Mm-hmm. This last star I'm gonna do has a pretty interesting gimmick. It's the troll star one.
Yeah, so pretty much what, like there are boxes underneath like the floor, and breaking them, some of them will be troll stars and some will be empty. The ones that have troll stars will like make a path for you, but obviously it takes too long. You have to wait for like 50 animations. So it's just like, we just memorize the route, obviously.
Mm-hmm. It's worth noting that when I first ran this game, I was too lazy to memorize the route, so I broke every single box.
I don't think that's worth noting. I think that's just lame.
It is quite lame. But it's a pretty simple order. Ooh, got a tiny... It was like half a second consuming void gold.
Nice.
Okay, so the camera gets really messed up. We haven't been mentioning it at all, but anytime you leave a level in this game, the camera gets really messed up.
Yeah. And it's bad in this level going into course 1 because like the camera will always go underneath, so you have to do like go in the first person mode.
It's really important, especially if you die in the stage, that you get to that door as soon as possible so you don't waste time doing the C-up. Get the last star in C1 real quick with that vanish cap, and then we're officially out of Overworld 1.
Huge.
But Overworld
Now
1
we're
done.
The gauntlet isn't over yet because we
Yeah.
got B2. Oh, no boy, let's talk about B2.
B2 is possibly the biggest run killer in this entire game. It's even harder than B1, less consistent, and a slightly longer. It's brutal.
Yeah, it is brutal. If you die here, it's over.
Yeah, this stage is difficult in casual play. It's difficult in a speedrun. It's just really mean. So, here we go.
Not falling off today. I already fell off. This is the redemption arc. I say as I'm behind.
Okay, what am I
Still pretty
doing?
close to record pace. I'm like 30 seconds behind, which is like not bad, but also like way less deaths. So.
That BLJ up the stairs is a little risky because if you do just even like one too many jumps, you'll end up clipping right through the stairs and dying.
Yeah. So talking about like a routing thing real quick, pretty much like the big problem with routing this act is like this is a 60-star door, right, to get into B2. It's very difficult to like get it so like you have enough stars for 60 like before this. So pretty much like I was trying to cut a star from like course 4, right, which I ended up doing anyways, but with that I only had 59 stars here, which wouldn't be enough to get into B2, right? So instead I'm literally just getting this MIP star now instead of after Overworld Secrets, which doing it after Overworld Secrets is faster, so I'm like losing time in overworld movement, but I'm also like just saving time in the fact that like I'm doing a better star that like won't kill me as much, so it's like the trade-off.
Apologies to interrupt you, Andrew, but I just got a strat that we call the Sigo strat, where you wall kick off the edge, you hit the box of a side flip, and then you wall kick onto the upper layer of the quicksand. Saves about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how fast you do the shell section.
Ridiculous that you got that, by the way. That is way harder than it looks.
Yeah, that is not easy at all. You can only land on a shell when Mario is moving downwards.
And you also need to have like a solid amount of speed, which requires like a good wall kick to like get enough speed to hit the shell at the right points. Like,
yeah, it's not exactly like frame perfect or anything, but it's position dependent and it's very precise. You have to. The trickiest part is that you have to hold A for the exact right amount of time.
Oh, I did the BLJ wrong, so I clipped through.
Oh.
Classic. Nah, okay.
Right now it's really pivotal. I don't fuck up this B2 now.
Yeah.
Gonna be a little quiet, so if Andrew wants to explain things.
Yeah. I don't really have much to explain. I'm probably gonna focus as well.
Alright. Oh, that's rare fall damage.
That BLJ is good because like moving up those stairs normally is awful. Like it's so annoying.
Yeah. It's not just slower; it's also really awkward.
Yeah, it's just so awkward. Like get fast movement and like anything you do just won't be fast. Like that's just how it goes.
Yeah, those aren't proper stairs. There's a slope riding up all of them.
Yeah, but like only at like the halfway point or something. I don't know. It's weird to explain. It's stupid. Dumb stairs. I don't like them.
What is
There's just like one big slope that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's
Alright, I'm gonna try
like
to go strat now. I probably will not get it. I didn't.
Aw, shame.
Elbozo. Now you guys get to see intended. Okay.
Intended is so much slower and worse.
Yeah, it's just worse. Very solid chance of dying here.
Yep.
Because this lack 2 is the worst enemy placement in any KBR. No, that's probably not true. There are a lot pretty bad.
There are some vile ones.
It's a bad enemy placement though. Like that lack 2 sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was a little sketch. Sketch McGee, if you will. Call me the fucking artist, because that was sketching. That's a little sketchy. Alright, I'm taking this B2 ridiculously slow because I
got the death with B2.
Nice, nice. Very clean. Very clean.
Very nice.
B2.
That's just an absolute key moment in the run that is very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, this stage is kind of huge.
Right. However, I regret to inform you that we are not out of the woods yet, because next is course 10.
Yeah, so it just keeps getting harder and harder. This big old gauntlet levels.
Course 10's
Course 10's not that bad for me, because Pluto does one star that I don't do.
Yeah, I'll be doing the Crazy Box Star, which has some pretty difficult stuff, but I'm very nervous because I recently was on world record pace and ended up barely missing out on the world record, and the key thing was a 6-death C10.
Yeah. You learned my setup, right?
I did, but I ended up not having too much consistency with it.
Gotcha. So you're just wrong.
No, that's a death. That's a death right there. Yeah,
Crazy
this
bug?
isn't gonna work. I didn't get a straight angle. Unfortunate mistake, but it's just one death, so we can rebound from that. Hopium.
Opium.
This level is kind of my worst nightmare.
That could have been
I'm
bad. That could have been bad.
not good at it,
Alright.
and also
I got a quote-unquote first try D2 as well.
first try
Pretty
past the stairs.
Yes, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, it's close enough. Okay. Let's try to be a little straighter.
Pretty tough.
That looks good. Alright, now we just gotta not choke. Here's an interesting strat. If you have a 44.9, you can just hold neutral on this and then hold back, and it'll work.
So true, Daniel. Oh yeah, these stairs right here. That was a cheap squared.
Yeah. If you don't know, those stairs... So the stairs in the intro are a slope, but those are not.
Those are the opposite of a slope. If you bonk on one of them, you fall all the way down. You're done. It's over.
Yep. Alright, that's Crazy Box Star. One death there is very good. That star is very difficult. There's a reason why Andrew doesn't do it.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. I'm down with a B2 now, which is good.
Go in the hole, man! Okay. I'm a bit scared because I do not want to melt down on the star again.
Yeah. Let's start here. So this is using warp walls. I don't think we ever explained warp walls in FM, but pretty much like what it is. It's like it's just a wall next to a wall next to a wall next to a wall, very very close together to the point where one's pushing you into the other, and then it just essentially warps you. That's what. Yeah. We're gonna be showing it with this star here.
Whoa. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go, man. I didn't melt down. Let's go. Oh god, I was nervous about that star this whole fucking run. I'm so much more relieved that went well.
Nice. Let's go.
God, I could not stand that star.
Very pog. Yes. So yeah, our routes will like start to converge here a little bit. Only a little bit though. Like we'll only see like the true convergence at course 12. Because I might just like be artificially ahead right here because my route, but
Oh wow, I got the frame perfect jump out the water.
nice.
So this star is
Yeah, I
pretty
like
interesting.
that. Everyone's favorite.
Yep.
No one hates Light Chuck yet. Name one person. You just grab the chuck you.
It's worth noting that in older versions of this game, that water does not exist, and you need to grab this guy via edge.
Yeah, so regular Light Chuck via edge. Which is I'm actually gonna be doing as a strat later that Pluto doesn't do. And by later I mean like 2 splits from now.
Yep. It's worth noting that light check is a pretty interesting glitch.
I don't do the Light Chuck now. Woo!
That happened in my run that I did the other day.
Nice, dude.
So the way the light Chuckia works is that Chuckias are a heavy object, which means Mario doesn't have good mobility on them. But if you grab them with a water grab or with a dive, the game forgets that they're heavy, because it assumes that you're grabbing a light object if you're grabbing something like that. So it just assumes that the Chuckia is light and you can jump around with it.
I like did that setup completely wrong, so my mojo was off the entire time, but
Sad.
I say I'm gonna be like artificially ahead because my row, but I'm actually just behind straight up.
Going into C9, there's a BLJ, which is bullshit.
Yeah, it's chord frame, and it sucks, and I hate it, and it's dumb.
Yeah,
But then that's pretty cool.
if this BLJ decides that it wants to lose a minute, it'll just be like, alright, well, here you go. Remember Sacred Power Trial, how it had those lovely lava floor? This level is exactly the same.
Really epic.
And I got the good quarter frames.
Nice.
Let's pray that Andrew does as well, because it's like just not fun if you get the bad ones. It's just genuinely really tilting.
Yeah, because that's just like, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's considered not your fault. I'm out of course 10 now. A bit of a ridiculous death, but it's fine.
I'm actually really happy about how this race is going. I think this is super good.
Yeah, same. Like we're both having like pretty solid runs. Are you still ahead?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right now I'm at 66.
Well, like ahead, like in terms of your splits.
Oh yeah, 1 minute 36.
Yo.
Yeah, these are both world record pacers right now.
Yeah.
C9 is the last stage in Overworld 2 before we get to see Overworld 3, which is the weirdest part of the run, probably.
Yeah. So pretty much like with Overworld 3, it's like, okay. Pretty much it's like all the cool stars are like super long.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty much just doing like the easiest stars that are like mostly like the free ones, but also like some levels will be doing like super hard ones.
Yep. This marathon started today. My goodness.
Today, about 17 hours ago.
Yep.
To the minute.
Oh, I missed the first thing.
Timer on chatty. Yeah, I got the core frame as well, so we're chilling.
That's very
I've
nice.
only failed it once in runs recently.
Yeah, I get some pretty bad luck on that thing. I've messed it up quite a
I
few
used to
times.
have much worse luck back
Yeah.
in 210 days. The 210 era.
Whoa.
I should be saving time here in my PB because I died to cord frames in my record.
Sag. So Overworld 2 Secrets is a little slow, but we do it anyways. I believe there's a death warp in the star that's faster that I just have not incorporated yet, so...
Is it actually?
CB says
where is that?
CB says it's faster, but I don't really know where it is. That's why I haven't incorporated it.
I don't know like what it is that he's referring to.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I just don't do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because when you die, you like spawn like right outside C8, so I guess that's where you're supposed to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of just getting a little tour through all of Overworld 2. It's worth noting that not all of these yellow coins you see are secrets. Some of them are just for the lulz.
Troll face. Troll face.
TF.
Get some TF.
Like every other MIPS in every ROM hack ever besides like ZA2, gives you 2 stars if you come back later.
Yeah. ZA2. I realize like which MIPS that is.
Yeah, it's the one for 90 stars, so...
I wonder if one spawns at 91 star.
With all those stars, we are now officially done with Overworld 2, or at least I am. Andrew's almost done. I'm going to be heading into Overworld 3. We're both done with all the stages in Overworld 2.
Imagine if ZA2 just has a secret 91st star where you just like get MIPS again and like no one noticed.
God, that would be really dumb.
That would be really dumb.
I almost died in the Overworld walking C13.
Really epic.
That's the wrong movement, and oh, well, this is the slowest ever.
Yeah, Maria's an average ZA2 hater. L. Can we get some
Yeah.
L's from Maria?
Can we get some L's from Maria? It's never okay to make fun of your friends until they start hating on Gale. That's when they stop
El
being
Bozo.
friends. Oh my god, is this really a Mario meltdown on the damn palm tree?
Yeah. Routes are gonna like kinda converge almost.
Okay.
I'm gonna be doing the little like Chucky star here.
Is that the only extra thing you're gonna be doing here?
Yeah, well I'm gonna be doing that and then I'm gonna be doing the extra star in course 12.
Alright.
So you're like pretty much ahead because you've like done more stars earlier on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Andrew's gonna have to do some extra stuff to catch up with my star count.
Yeah, but obviously stuff. I like Gale no Hacks. That's in person true. Gale is kind of epic.
What is that, man?
Very based.
So bad at the
I'll play
moment.
like ZA3 when that comes out because it looks insane. It looks so fucking good.
Everyone's excited for it. It's also worth noting, by the way, for that palm tree star in C13, that is not intended. You're supposed to use a switch that spawns boxes, but we just do not do that.
Because that's dumb.
Unfortunately, that means that you have to climb up the really janky tree, which the way that you do it is, when Mario is submerged in water, he's not really affected by slopes as much, so you can just stand.
The check is going swimmingly. Okay, actually, third try is fine.
It's not.
So yeah,
nice.
I do a light chuck, give you edge there to get the star down here.
It's not as bad as a normal light check kit because there's a setup for it. But
Yeah,
it's still a
pretty
very
easy setup.
difficult input. My heart just stopped there. I got so scared when I slid.
Gale's still making ZA3. Yeah, the progress is still being made.
Mm-hmm.
It's like here and there. Gale does have a life, but
Imagine touching
he
grass.
has a downhill run. It is mad funny, as the kids say.
I love light check-is. They're so cool.
Yeah, for real.
I'm really happy that there's one in this run, even if I haven't implemented it.
Yeah.
I used to implement it in runs back before I stopped running this game, but that eyeball there that I just that just ran off is actually a money bag. The way that you avoid it is you either go far left or far right.
Life, same Adam, same Sedge. Alright, I can save a minute here. I can be ahead after the split. Because Overworld 3, I pretty much had a meltdown in my record, so
Sag.
record's still possible for both of us. Very.
Mm-hmm.
More likely you, because, like, you're ahead.
We'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna be doing a cool star grab at the end of the star. Also, you should explain what Eclipse of Fusion is.
Yeah, Eclipse of Fusion, banger.
Okay.
Also, it's a mixture of the eclipses from like KBR1 and KBR2, pretty much. So you have Eclipse of the Sun. Okay, man, that was such a dumb death. I'm sorry. Like Eclipse of the Sun, Eclipse of the Moon, they fuse.
Yep.
And
That's
then here we are.
Here's the cool star grab I talked about.
That was ridiculous, dude. That was fucking stupid.
There it is. Pretty cool star grab.
Bang grass, true.
I almost died to it, by the way.
I had to. Damn. That sucks.
Aww. Eclipse of Fusion is one of those stages where it's just like sometimes it just does not go your way. That's pretty much every Overworld 3 stage. It like every run at this point is just like you just have to like pick which Overworld 3 stage you lose like a minute to.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's really rough. It's some of the easier stages in the run in theory, but the problem is that you have to when you have like this many stars like this in a row, it's very easy to trip up on something small.
And obviously nerves exist at this point as well, so it's like, yeah.
Mystical's Mist Revenge. If you remember C8, this is a similar gimmick, but this one's inspired on KBR2's C14. Pretty much the gimmick is that in the Mist, Quicksand, and Normal Ground are swapped. In KBR2, it was entirely vertical. It was like a vertical line of mist, which is probably more accurate. Here, it's more like a tornado, so it's horizontal. I think the stage uses the gimmick a lot better because it's a lot more pervasive throughout the stage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's only
It's
one.
pretty much like in KBR2, it's like just at the end of star paths.
Yeah.
KBR2 level is very.
Every 1,000 years, both the sun and moon fuse together. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they would like
They'll have the banger music while they do so.
Yeah, I was hoping that that the naming conventions would be like, okay, now it's Eclipse of the Greatest Sun.
I got corner physics.
Ooh.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, it's always rough when Overworld 3.
Time here. This is unfortunate. Fine.
Overworld 3 behaviors.
Rude. Well, reacting up.
That's true.
What's that?
Yeah. I do want to give a shout out to Andrew. He has done a 160 star run in the game. I encourage you to check it out because that run is pretty interesting. You actually get to see way more of Overworld 3, and it's actually at the beginning of the run in that run because of the 0 star strat, which...
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting, like big Kaiser run.
160 is kind of like almost like it's almost like this category in reverse.
Yeah.
And with a lot more stars. I guess it's like KBRX mirror mode.
Okay, I probably can't record anymore.
Ooh.
which is like fine. So it's like really ruined.
I'm like here getting sad over that, but like that's still like really good that you were on record pace for 2/3 of the run.
Yeah.
Closer to
I maybe still can. No, that my overall 3 golds aren't like the greatest.
I just did not explain that strat in Path of the Gods, but so basically, normally you're supposed to use crazy boxes in the water for that star, but you can just jump into the side of the water box and just jump through. It's one of my personal favorite cheeses. Also,
Okay,
wait for
you know the fucking fusion star that's like you like walk it up like the little corridors and then you like go into the dark side, right? Again, every single time the Chucky gets me. Like the Chucky grabs me every single time, and like there's so much space to avoid him, and I just don't. It's so stupid.
know what that feels like.
All right, my best possible time is 1 second ahead of record, so I think this is it.
Time for the quadruple gold.
Real.
Right. God damn, that's a good Path of the Gods trial.
Eesh.
I golded it.
Nice.
That is Chris's strat for getting up to that toad before we had to do this thing, which really sucked because you could just lose because of randomness.
Quarter frames, yeah.
Yep. This run unfortunately has a lot of quarter frame moments where you just get destroyed because I love Super Mario on my Nintendo. It's funny because like for like every amazing thing that this hack exploits, there's like another thing that this hack is like suffers from because this game is not the best game ever.
Yeah.
I feel like I said that really harshly. It's like there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
C11.
The star in 11. Yeah, I think I'm having my overall 3 meltdown now.
Yikes.
Rest of the run has been like really solid, so I'm not mad. It's like
Still amazing, man. This game is just so finicky. It just goes to show just how difficult it can be.
I never gave an epilepsy warning.
I did not. Well,
you guys are fine.
I just like completely forgot. I feel like I'm like way more laid back on this run because it's like everyone knows this game.
Yeah, chilling, Bing chilling.
Alright. Now I'm entering C12. C12 is the bane of my existence. I cannot stand this level.
We officially killed 5 people. What's your response?
Cool.
Drake, true. I find that pretty cool.
That angle! Oh my god.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was insane that I'm living.
Got some unfortunate gamer moments going, but...
So C12 is made by Sizz. Sizz and Bloody collaborated on KBR 2, but Sizz just made this one level. The gimmick with this level is that it entirely takes place within vanilla boundaries, which is pretty impressive, but makes for one of the more jank levels in the game.
Yeah, very cramped. But
Yeah.
I like it, but I know a lot of people not fans.
In speedruns, this is one of my least favorites.
Interesting.
In casual, I don't completely hate it.
Yeah.
Alright. Here's the Womp Star, which has amazing collision, because Womps are really good.
Or how do you just go for, like... I skipped the last Womp with PSLGs just because, like, the collision's that bad.
Yeah, I've just gotten like a feel for like where you can stand on the Womp, but note that like the Womp's hitbox is like way different from what it looks visually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not have a feel for it. This is like fat record pace with this. Yeah. I've zoned out of my run. I'm just watching yours.
No! What was that, man?
I consider this redemption for myself anyways, just because, like, it's not... At least I'm actually finishing this one.
Yeah. That wasn't that bad of a run, or not that bad of a mistake. It's pretty quick, but that's not what you want to fucking happen, man. What was that kick, dude? I just won't kick there. I'm too scared now.
Grass will not kick.
Dude. Yeah. E12 has some potential for some good movement, but it also has some potential for some meltdowns.
Ass. Yo! Okay, actually saving. For my ingenuity and Pogger's skills. Okay. That was so stupid.
Whoa.
Dude, what is going on?
Yes. Okay. Not the worst, not the worst, not the worst, not the worst.
You got this.
Okay. I am a little nervous, admittedly. A shell of a problem. We got the Mario Maker 2 puns coming out. Shouts to Sombra.
True.
Also, shoutouts to Bloody, of course, for making this hack. This hack, I feel like this hack doesn't get enough like love because it is without a doubt one of the most influential Kaizo hacks to come out. It's like up there with Treasure World in my opinion. Just like it's kind of like what Treasure World did for like the Western or for the JP community is like this hack kind of caused like its own like kind of style and revolution. I think.
Yeah.
I think for that reason it's really awesome and should be appreciated.
For sure.
I mean,
how's
SMSD would not exist without this probably. Well, maybe it would, but
Maybe it would. Also, how's race going?
good.
Very good.
Nice. Just thought I'd check in real quick.
What is up?
I was about to get to the sub 140.
It's technically on pace.
Imagine.
Is it technically possible?
It is technically possible.
That's ridiculous. Good luck.
And by technically, I mean like barely. I have to like squeak it out, man.
Yeah.
I need to go full holy moly and play like Tass. Sometimes you tell jokes that are for yourself. But you usually don't tell them at marathons because they're not really a good fit for a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Some jokes really just don't land right in the context of a large public area like a
Anyways,
marathon.
guys, so
Anyway.
epilepsy warning. By that I mean I'm gonna die on the way to course fucking 14.
What happened? Why is everyone
I
monking?
just saw that.
Epilepsy warning for my gameplay. If you watch my gameplay, you get a seizure. Good luck.
Why are people saying to switch audio?
Switch audio. What?
I think your stream's lagging a bit.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? What the hell happened there?
Are you local recording?
No, I'm not.
Oh, it seems like it.
Probably fine.
Oh, is it good? May I switch audio? Wait, what happened?
Yeah, so switch audio in my end.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do.
Or no, my it's fixed. Don't do it. Never mind. You're good.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Bit of a monka there.
Put a stream just stop for a moment. Now it's fine.
Sorry, I was just splicing in the task where I get the sub 140.
I guess it's sub 150. This maybe I should like actually try.
Yeah, you're still on the
so
pace.
those skips in the video really do prove splicing.
True.
Yes, I'm a known splicer.
And this is the last rating difference here in course 12. They do an extra star that Blue doesn't do.
Yep. I don't do it because I hate it, dude. I hate course 12. I'm never adding that star again. Oh wait, I'm wondering like is my bitrate super low, but then I realized I set my bitrate lower for the marathon, so no, it's not like I'm having internet issues.
Okay. That's interesting.
Skipping.
Whoa.
Decent. Should. It might just. I wonder if I should switch to Andrew's audio.
Everyone's saying
anyway.
it's fine, aren't they?
Feel free if you want to.
Oh, it's still skipping?
Everyone's
Not that bad.
Not bad.
I can see. But yeah, I'm doing the secret star right here. I say secret because there's a one.
Yeah.
There's not secrets. Very different.
Splicing in a marathon. I wish I was local recording.
So let's see. So I guess let's see.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, right. That's fine. No, you're good.
All right.
Good. I'm really sorry about that, guys.
Okay, it's fine. Cool.
Uh-oh.
I've never missed that in a run. No.
Oh,
so
God.
Sad. That's so
that is just depressing.
Oh.
Oh.
Jeez.
I'm gonna play it safe. Because I've died to this. Okay. Colonel, I love the Colonel joke.
I think I have two takeaways here. One, Pluto, stop getting on world record pace during marathon runs, and two, maybe I'm just bad at like racing this game.
I'm sorry. We'll stop getting these insane pacers.
Peru. Being a fucking life.
Yes.
I also like haven't played this game in 5 days, so I wasn't expecting like anything good. But this is way better than I was expecting. I was expecting, or that.
You just.
I'm honestly super happy with this.
You were saying, Andrew?
Don't worry about it.
I feel like there is something to worry about.
Okay.
Record's 145.07 by me. But it's about to be like a 142.12 by Blue.
Don't.
Cracked pace right here.
Bit of a chunky run.
I didn't even feel like I played that well.
Yeah. We never do. My run was ass. It's not about to die, no.
Alright, I'm gonna focus.
Good luck.
Go.
That angle's not good enough. No, man. Okay, whatever. I literally lost to that fucking firstie, dude. What the hell? Alright, that's a quick one.
I'm like barely playing, I'm just kind of watching.
Okay.
I'm just watching. Oh my god. That was a chunky firstie. Too much chunk.
Levels are high.
Don't yawn yourself. Yeah. How's the weather?
Silence.
Yeah. Pausers.
Please. There is no fucking way that just happened, dude. What the fuck?
Is that in a good way or a bad way?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Grab it, man.
No way.
No, misthrow.
Pause, man.
No biggie.
I think your stream's like delayed on the actual stream thing. Actually, I'm not sure. Actually.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Let's go.
What the fuck is this run? Holy shit, dude.
What the hell?
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Categories, yeah, fucking copium, but still.
Damn.
140-29.
40-20. What the fuck? That's ridiculous.
What the hell?
Fucked up.
Holy
Holy
shit,
shit,
dude.
GG.
What the
hell?
fuck?
I guess
Bro,
I'll
why,
just...
why do you only get the good runs in the marathon?
I know. What the hell?
Bruh. That's insane.
I'm so sad I wasn't local recording because of fucking. Oh my god.
Wait, should I just like undo it and just continue?
No, I'm done.
Alright.
Holy shit.
You guys got your show. You're fine.
Holy hell.
Holy
That was a crack
That's
run, Pluto.
ridiculous.
What the fuck?
Alright, death counter. How many deaths?
7 deaths.
7?
7.
Fucked up. I should
Holy
finish.
shit.
Bro.
You should...
I mean, I will, but like, we're probably like way ahead of schedule right now. But
probably way ahead of schedule. So I guess at this rate, just finish the run. Maybe showcase like a couple riskier strats.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That was 5 deaths into Overworld 3 and then death in C12 and death in B3.
That's ridiculous. Huge GG's. Holy shit.
Yeah. Totally GG.
I'm beating that now. Copium.
Oh my god.
That's huge. There's like
How?
30 minutes left.
Gosh. Wait. When is the next... Holy shit.